go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go.
Fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I've been swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments, only got one life. This is your moment, whether wrong or right. You're your own enemy, your own enemy, your own enemy.
Kia ora koutou, welcome to New Zealand Māori Hockey Tournament Day 4, the finals day, and it is the last game of the tournament. The big dance here, it is the Tāne final. We will see Tāmaki A take on Waiariki Kōwhai in today's final. Big match here in the grand scheme of things. These two teams met many a times in finals of recent. As we look at how these teams got here, Waiariki Kōwhai, they beat Te Waipounamu A, they beat Aotea A, they beat Waikato B in a quarter-final, and they beat Waikato A in yesterday's semi-final. Tāmaki, well, they beat Takitimu on the first day, they beat Taitokoro A in a quarter-final, and yesterday they took down Takitimu in their semi-final. Both teams here remain undefeated, and it will be the last man standing as these teams battle it out for another time at New Zealand Māori Hockey Tournament. I'm joined in commentary by Kahu Ripia, our kaumātua here from New Zealand Māori Hockey. Kahu, you've seen this battle go down many a times, and another instalment to the storied history.
Ka pai, Brad. Ngā mihi kia koutou katoa. Mā takitakitia tēnei kemu. Mō ngā rohe o te Tāmaki Makaurau, tai noa a Waiariki. Yeah, no, Brad, can't wait for this game to happen. Both teams are just jam-packed with talent, experience, and Tāmaki being the current holders of the men's trophy. Although without some of their more experienced players, these youngsters have stepped up, and then we have the more whānau-orientated Waiariki, predominantly from the Aces Club in the Rotorua area. Yeah, they've come to try and take this trophy home back to the Waiariki. It's been a few years since they last held it, but yeah, what a great spectacle this game will be as a finale to an awesome tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's these two teams that met in our last tournament final in Hamilton, going right down to the wire. A penalty shootout forced to separate these two teams, and it's Waiariki Kōwhai, of course, in the gold tops, and Tāmaki in their white singlets. As we look at a couple of the names on the team lists, let's highlight for Waiariki, Denham Clark at the back, who was strong in yesterday's semi-final. He'll be supported by Hoi Te Mitai Ngātai playing through the midfield, and of course there's a couple of players up the front of note, Juri Hedawini, Tuterangi Rahuruhi, but it's young Te Oranga Hōhepa who put them on the scoreboard yesterday with a fantastic goal. One of the young junior players for this Waiariki Kōwhai team being afforded an opportunity here in Nelson. As we look at Tāmaki, it's hard to go past the attacking exploits of the Belkake boys, both Jacob and Mark out there, team coached by Mark Senior. They were electric in their win against Takitimu yesterday, and from one end to the other, it's Māori Hockey's own Jason Momoa, Hali Kopa in goal. He'll anchor the defence as we get ready for the Haka from Tāmaki and from Waiariki.
Yeah. Now, great lead up to this game, Brad, and as you say, Harley in his own right has been inspirational to a lot of these young players, as is Tingarangi Tauira. From years gone by till the present day, they've been great stalwarts of Māori hockey, and as we lead into this haka from both teams.
You'll see the Tāmaki Wahine team come out and support there.
Yes, yep.
Tāne. And those from Te Whānau Waiariki, they're hopping the fences and finding their way in as well.
That's right, yep. Māori hockey, hey? Māori sport, Hakina Kina Māori, all very similar. Whānau orientated, particularly in times like this, in the final, everybody gathers around to support the kaupapa. And, I know some of the New Zealand hockey officials that are here have been quite intrigued by the uniqueness of how we go about our particular sport.
Yeah!
Whanua Waiariki and Tāmaki Makoto. Oh, kahu, what a way to start the end of our day here. Tāne final between Waiariki Kōwhai and Tāmaki Makoto. What an opening to battle, an opening to war we see there. Wow. Talk to us about how that one was.
Well, indicative of the approach from Waiariki. They've come here to mean business, which was shown in their haka. And like I say, quite conservatively, Tāmaki, yep. They've also laid down a challenge: if you want it, come and get it, type of thing. So what a fantastic start to our tournament, and look forward to the next 4 quarters and how that pans out.
Absolutely, and something, one of the many things that makes our tournament so unique and so spectacular is the wiri, the challenge there, the laying down of a haka from both sides. And
Both teams sprinkled with great youth, experience, mana to their respective rohes, and it's going to come out soon.
Absolutely, as we live here from Nelson's Tāmaki in the white singlets. They'll be playing left to right on your screen for this first 2 quarters. Waiariki Kōwhai, of course, in the yellow tops. It's another chapter in the history that is Tāmaki v Waiariki. Te Taonga on the line here, National Māori Hockey Tournament 2022. It's our final game of the day. This is the one we've all been looking forward to. Brought to you thanks to the coverage from Local Gecko Productions and the sponsorship and support of One Foundation, streaming partners. It's Tāmaki with first use of the ball here. Adam Banks at the back for Tāmaki. Keep an eye on Mitchell Murray in the middle of the field for Tāmaki. He was instrumental in their semi-final yesterday. Mitch Murray, of course, playing for New Zealand Māori senior team in recent iterations of New Zealand Heritage Hockey. James Hickson, also part of those sides. He's going forward there. This is Jacob Belkake.
James Hickson last night, Brad was voted and picked the most outstanding up-and-coming under-21 Māori player to receive $500 scholarship and the Hiruini Trophy Award.
Very well deserved too. James, he's really found himself at this tournament. He first popped up 3 years ago now and really lived into his nickname, Hemi Hickson. He loves being here. You can see here, plays a big part in this Tāmaki side. This is Hickson on the ball here. He's searching for Geordie Thomas. It's well taken down in there by Waiariki. This is Matariki Bennett linking up with Tutirangi Rahuruhi, the fierce leader from that previous challenge there. Waiariki.
Yes, Waiariki typically showing a lot of vigour, a lot of youth, the intent. But congratulations to James Hickson, a strapping young boy. He's got a lot of hockey in front of him.
Rangi Tauira wears a strong challenge just outside the 25. Picked off there by Banks for Tāmaki. Banks works in with Mark Belkake.
Yeah, a little bit loose from Rahuru there. He won't be happy with himself.
Here is Banks on the ball for Tāmaki. Banks looking at his options. Vance Harvey picks it up, but it's double turnover there. Vance Harvey with the strip. Harvey magic.
He's played well for Waiariki right through the whole tournament is Vance Harvey. He's taking a leading role right now.
touch there is going to come from Adam Banks on the entry from Hoiti Mitai Ngātai.
Hoiti, another great service for Māori hockey since his earlier years, particularly representing Waiariki.
Great to have Hoiti here. Here's Matariki Bennett. Finds Rahuruhi. Jury Hedowini very nearly.
Wow.
Inches, he says.
Jury's done that many times before.
Quick shout out, of course, to Connor Hedowini. He'll be watching the stream. He sent me a message yesterday. Matua, similar to Michael Jordan, next year I'm back. He's coming. Out there, you'll see him there.
Or bring back Buck or bring back Connor, is it?
Yeah, so Connor Hedowini, of course, he'll be watching this one at home, supporting his brother and his whānau here, Te Whānau Waiariki, in today's final. And here comes Waiariki forward onto the ball. It's Gregan Maui, another exciting under-21 player. Gregan Maui. He's got a lot of pace, does Maui. Denham Clark onto the ball. He captains the side again today. Clark with Rangi Tauira. Rangi Tauira does well there, showing his expertise. Granger Church at the back. Clark.
Interesting, Tāne has been playing at the back for most of the tournament. He's come up on the left-hand side flank, leaving Denham Clark and Granger Church at the back. Oh no, he's venturing back now. Probably playing a left half position.
Yeah, they'll play in those sides of the field. There's pockets defensively. That group at the back there. As Geordie Thomas comes forward with the ball. Thomas trying to link up. Granger Church there cleans up Adam Banks with the challenge. Granger Church does well there. Under a bit of pressure. Rangi Tauira goes to help. It's Church and Rangi Tauira. And they've got the ball, Tāmaki. And they've got it here through Jacob Belkake. It's penalty corner there, but what a save. First up by Manawa Pohatu Magavi Borrell in goal for Waiariki. We're so used to seeing the likes of Ngātana Waka or Tim Mohepa in goal for Waiariki. It's young Manawa Pohatu Magavi Borrell, one of the young players from Te Kura Kaupapa Māori or Ua Mata there in goal for Waiariki.
And he was under a fair bit of pressure there too. But yep, we have a PC, the first of the game. Be interesting to see how Tamaki lead into this.
Yeah, they'll put Geordie Thomas on the first bracket. He's their noted flicker. Jake Belkake as well does the job, but it goes to Thomas. They're going to get a reset and too quick off the mark. Vance Harvey, Waiariki Kōwhai. That's going to make things even more difficult for them in goal. Yes, Gregan probably one of the quickest guys out off the blocks, but being one down, Church and Clark are going to have some work to do here. Goes to Thomas.
There we go.
And that's a penalty stroke.
Oh, he's called it a penalty stroke.
Yeah, Denham Clark just trying to play that one on the line. It hits him in the body. He'll be disappointed, Clark. It's probably because he hasn't been going to cricket training. A member of Te Puke Cricket Club, home of Kane Williamson. Yeah, would have liked to send that one for 6, but it's a penalty stroke. Mitchell Murray will step up for Tāmaki.
Well, poor old young Manawa Pohatu, he'll be feeling it now. If this goes in, Tāmaki will be hard to put back, even at this early stage. Yeah. Oh, it's been disallowed. The stroke has been disallowed.
I believe we're going to have a retake. I think young Magavi Borrell was off the line before Mitch Murray stepped in to take his penalty stroke. So it will be a retake there for Mitch Murray. It'll be interesting to see here, Kahu, does he go to the same spot and hope that Magavi Borrell hasn't realised that and goes to save it, or does he go somewhere else? Could be a ploy there for a goalkeeper just to see what tricks the stroke taker has in his bag.
Yeah, he actually went for the same spot.
Yep, same spot, same result. Too quick there is Mitch Murray, and formality in the end, the penalty stroke. Tamaki ahead 1-0. It was the penalty corner. Drag flick from Geordie Thomas. Got big on Denham Clark.
Yep. And we're only 6 or 7 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, here we go. High out to Taylor. Taylor surveying his options going forward. The wind's picking up here in Nelson, and so is the game. Adam Banks under some pressure there. Kiharoa Iverson comes back to help. It's Banks and Iverson. Matai Ngātai. Rangi Tauira.
Passing the ball to his nephew, to Huatahi.
Yeah. You can see this has already stepped up another gear after that first goal. Waiariki won't want to be trailing for too long. They know how dangerous Tāmaki can get if they get up, get their tails up. Denham Clark will come back forward on the ball.
Waiariki showing a lot of enthusiasm. Tāmaki have just matched it on in return.
I expect to see Denham Clark use the overhead a fair bit, especially in this first half. Kahu, who'll have the wind behind him. He already throws a big ball.
Yeah, we better watch out.
Yeah, wind supported, it's coming all the way. So Te Huatahi Edmonds can't pull it in, nor can Te Oranga Hohepa there for Waiariki. A lot of direction and communication coming out of the back here by Harley Cooper. Quinton Smith trying to throw one into the wind. It's going to be tough for Tāmaki. Goes over the sideline. It'll be Tāmaki ball there.
It wasn't the flashes of overheads, but Waiariki weren't able to make good use of it. And now we've got Tāmaki on the attack.
It's going to be tough for Tāmaki throwing the overhead into that breeze, certainly in the first half. Here, Hirawini Iverson on the ball. Again taken in by Regan Maui. Regan, the wind at his back. He doesn't need too much assistance to get going. He'll link up with Vance Harvey. Vance Harvey finds Kalan Mason. That's pretty.
Yeah.
And it's a penalty corner. Waiariki Kowhai. The passing pattern is sharp.
Yeah.
And way to see some young players linking up there.
End-to-end stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Great triangles, just about lead to a goal.
That's it,
but Waiariki be happy with enough for PC.
The replay here is Harvey. Vance Harvey found Kalan Mason. Kalan Mason, Tamahu Palmer just rolled it in behind Adam Banks here. Denham Clark sets himself up on the second bracket. It is his favoured bracket. He'll be wanting to avenge the earlier penalty stroke conceded. Wind at his back. This one's going to be a bullet if he gets it away. Clark at the second bracket. Edmonds at the first bracket. Harvey to inject. Goes to Clark and it's messy. Maui onto the ball. Liam Williams does really well. Hirawini Iverson's away. They've got numbers forward. Geordie Thomas up the left side of the field. And it goes.
Oh, gee.
And across the front of the goal, Hale Pritchard, not one to let a goal go begging.
And I suppose that's what's happened, Brad, when you don't take your opportunity during the PC. Tāmaki was that quick in getting the ball back down the other end. It could possibly have been a goal for them.
Yep, this game's
in a matter of a couple of seconds.
Yeah, such is the speed of hockey and the flair certainly of Māori hockey. Get that ball moving quickly. Tristan Waka unable to pull the ball in there for Waiariki Kowhai. So first couple of exchanges, advantage Tāmaki.
Yes, it's just those basic set pieces. If you don't get them right, they can cripple you. And well done to Tāmaki. They were under a bit of pressure, but came back so strong. I don't think Waiariki actually reacted fast enough to get back either.
Tāmaki just able to transfer the ball around the back here. It's Rollins and Banks for Tāmaki. Getting nice distance between them and forcing Te Oranga Hohepa to really put some work in for Waiariki. And the ball over the top. Jordan Thomas unable to pull that one in. Wairiki out of their own end. Clark and Church. Waka. Let's roll to Kalan Mason. Liam Williams puts the pressure on him. And here comes Hedawini Iverson. Links up there with Quinton Smith. Disrupted there by Hayata Taylor for Wairiki Kōwhai, but they'll keep the ball here. Tāmaki through. Quinton Smith. Banks at the back for Tāmaki. He'll use Hickson. Hickson finds. Very nearly there, Liam Williams trying to get through. Umpire down there. That end looks like David Oakley for today's match. And at our end, Max Beach. Two very established umpires. Denham Clark does well to pick that ball up, and there's the overhead. Kahu, look at that thing fly.
Look at that ball. Lovely.
And that was just a relieving relieving pressure. When he tries to get onto one of those, it's going to go this first half.
You know, this tournament brings out a lot of people, and regarding David Oakley, he's now aware of the fact that he is not only Ngāti Pro, but Ngāti Kahungunu heritage, and he and I are going to be keeping in close contact going forward, so we can help him get through all that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jerry Hedawini just getting a couple of challenges in there on Mitch Murray. Here's Quinton Smith, he'll drop it off for Adam Banks. Here is Banks. Big transfer across to Hickson. Hickson has Iverson. Iverson on the run. Drops it back off for Murray. Mitch Murray will slide that one, looking for Hale Pritchard, but Denham Clark in a good position there for Wairiki Kōwhai. Kalan Mason and Tristan Waka. Onto the field now for Tāmaki is TJ Hurunui up the front. Good searching ball there by Bevan Taylor. Good to see Bevan back out there playing alongside his brother Hayata. We saw Pania a little earlier in the Wairiki women's game. Wairiki happy just to sit in the half-court press here. It's being led by Jerry Hedawini. He's got Tukirangi Rahuruhi with him and Te Oranga Hōhepa in the front line. Banks there. Hedawini just taking a couple of steps up. Iverson coming out of the defensive end there for Tāmaki. Links up well there. Hayata Taylor takes it quickly. He's got Jordan Thomas on him. And they roll it back there to Church. It's Granger Church here. Denham Clark. He's got to get through Mitch Murray. He does the first bit. There's the over. Gets big on Adam Banks. He does enough. They're looking for Tukirangi Rahuruhi. Just 30 seconds to play here.
It just seems, hey, I'm a rugby player, but what I can see is Tāmaki have quite a structured attack, whereas Wairiki sort of play what's in front of them with a more natural flair type of attack. But yeah, two distinct types of attacking options going on.
Yeah, as we bring the end of the first quarter here in our Tāne final. It is the big one between Tāmaki A and Wairiki Kōwhai. An early penalty stroke converted by Mitchell Murray, following up the penalty corner flick from Jordan Thomas, puts Tāmaki ahead 1-0. They've had certainly the run of it, Wairiki with a couple of chances, but Tāmaki deserved leaders so far. They started fast and started strong as we see both teams go into their huddles there. Tāmaki coached by Mark Kake. David Hayes will be in there also with some instruction. Wairiki Kōwhai a little more self-led, but they've got great leaders in there. Tingarangi Tauira, Jerry Hedawini, Denham Clark will be leading conversations. Still a lot of hockey left in this one. Yes, there's a goal on the board, but there's goals right across both of these teams.
Yes, as you say, there have been opportunities for both teams. It's, been one of those games that up and down, up and down. And I think the crowd are getting a good bit of entertainment as well. Māori hockey at its best. Be interesting to see how the next quarter goes. In terms of the first quarter, that was a blinder.
Yep, exactly what we'd expect from Tāne final. And if anybody, either here at the ground or at home, thinks that this one's going to finish 1-0, it couldn't be further from the truth.
Well, we had a PC that got turned into a stroke, and then they had to go a couple of times to get a result. So it'd be interesting to see how things pan out in this next half. Haka is quite a strategy, so it'd be interesting to see how their attack pans out. James Hickson at the back, strong defender.
He's solid for Tāmaki. Hickson, Banks has been good for them. Hidawini Iverson's been rolling around the back just to help that group as well. And equally at the other end, it's Denham Clark, Ranger Church, Tingarangi Tauira. You couldn't ask for much more than that.
That's right, yeah. And a lot of these guys make up the nucleus of the New Zealand Māori senior men's hockey team as well, which over the last 6 months have done really well, particularly at the Heritage Trophy.
That's it, and we look forward to the announcement of those squads and teams following this final. Of course, the team trophies will be announced, but also the naming of the New Zealand Māori senior teams, both Tāne and Wahine, will be announced after this final, along with some of the tournament's individual awards. And we look forward to all of that coming to you live after this game.
Bit of a misdirected overhead shot by Quentin Smith. It's given the advantage to Waiariki.
Here comes Hoiti Mitai. It's got fallen to Jerry Hidawini. Here he comes. Hidawini turning inside Mitch Murray. He'll go again. Hidawini. It's Gregan Maui. And they come back out to Clark. Clark has Rangi Tauira. That one's going to get a little bit big on Matariki Bennett. And Taimana Iverson gets going quickly. Looking like the Karate Kid out there. Kahu. Taimana.
Yes, Taimana's in our New Zealand Māori men's hockey team, and, along with his brother and a number of the Tāmaki guys. Good to see him on the field.
Here's Mitai Ngātai again, just flips the ball over. Quentin Smith picks that one off. Mitai Ngātai again with the ball. A lot of direction and communication coming here in goal from Hali Kopa for Tāmaki. And they roll the ball back around to Granger Church. Church has Rangi Tauira. Matariki Bennett. Good battle in there with Taimana Iverson. You can see the free hit there. Matariki Bennett. Iverson will roll the ball back to his brother there, head up. Hidawini Iverson. James Hickson. Taimana Iverson. Of course, there's Kiharoa, their other brother in the team as well. He'll roll on up the front when it's his turn. Hidawini Iverson. Zadam Banks at the back. Te Huatahi Edmonds running out of them. And there's James Hickson just working through the midfield. That's a lovely bit of skill. James Hickson. Whoa, very nearly.
Who said Bracks can't create scoring opportunities, Brett? Goodness me, that was great.
Yeah. Naturally a defender, but I don't think he'll consider himself stuck at the back, James Hickson. Yeah. Just like an overcooked steak, that boy's got a lot of sauce on him.
Tomato sauce or barbecue sauce, Brett?
He'll take either. Goes Mitch Murray out of the back here. Taimana Iverson linking up. Iverson's got Belkake. Jacob Belkake plays forward. That's a little bit too far ahead of everybody. Ranger Church there, reset through Clark. They get it through the second time. Tutirangi Rahuruhi on the outside of James Hickson.
Yep.
He's found the foot there of James Hickson. Rahuruhi will go straight at him. That's some skill and a half there. Jury Hidawini, nothing in it.
Oh.
They thought they'd earned themselves one there. The boys up the front.
Both Tutarangi and the jury looking at the umpire. I'm not quite agreeing with his call.
Well, if we didn't ever see a sequence that epitomised the Balkakis, it was that one. A little lifted pass from Mark to Jake, and Jake just bats it on the upright reverse down the field. A ton of skill, those two boys. Here comes Gregan Maui. Across the field, Maui's still going. Maui's got speed. Maui's also got a shoulder. They go quickly, Rangi Tauira, Bennett. It's going to lift up here. Hirawini, Rangi Tauira.
Oh, shit.
And it's
I think
not
I
pretty,
would be
but
happy with that. He had an ideal opportunity to sort of miss it.
yeah, but it's forced to save there from Hali Kupa, and it's his first and goal for the game. He had to do it. Koiti Mitai Ngātai will take the long corner. Tinga there just showing his elite ability to create stuff for this side. And Rani linking up with Mark Balkake. Here comes Mark. Mark's got Tingarangi Tauira. Turns him, turns Clark. Still going, gets it off the ground. Equal to the challenge, Gregan Maui, Granger Church. Penalty corner there.
Some
No,
great
in fact,
skill
just,
in there.
Just
Some great
outside
skill
the
in there,
circle.
bro.
Fortunate for Waiariki Kōwhai and not 5, their own team.
What a great spectacle at the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go, the other end. Tutarangi Raharuhi showing us his dance moves. Hickson's going to see the bench. It's 2 minutes off for him. This game already turning up 2 or 3 levels, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Granger Church with the ball at the back for Waiariki. Still looking, still looking. It's got Gregan Maui. Yeet. Jury Hirawini, they'll take the free hit just outside the circle. Gregan Maui again, they roll it back out to Church. Church has Clark. Clark's got a couple players in front of him if he can find them. Well covered there by Jacob Balkake defensively for Tāmaki.
Back to Rangi Tauira across to Granger Church. Down the side.
Tainatai's pulled it in well there.
Well done, sit again.
Hirawini Iverson does enough to disrupt that challenge. Jury Hirawini up close to us on the baseline.
Granger.
Got the big overlap here. Denham Clark. Penalty corner. Denham Clark with a hell of a ball in on the reverse.
Quinton Smith questioning.
Yeah, it's come up into the body of Quinton Smith, but I think off the sticks there, so not dangerous. Denham Clark with this ball. Yeah, it was both Jury Hirawini and Te Oranga Hohepa in there trying to get the deflection. Good defensive positioning by Quinton Smith, and they're going to have to defend one here. Hayata Taylor will come down to inject for Waiariki Kōwhai. Defensive group for Tāmaki looks like Banks, Williams, Murray and Smith alongside Hali Kupa in goal.
Hayata will push out to Tega. Denham Smith right beside.
Clark. Wow, Quinton Smith with the reverse stick save in front of goal there.
Yep. From the PC, there was a couple of opportunities there for Waiariki, but Quinton Smith saved the day.
Yeah. Denham Clark will be a little disappointed he didn't get a hold of that one at all. But great save called on by Quinton Smith. And Tāmaki will go back to full team on the field now. Hemi Hickson's rejoined the fray. Iverson, Banks. Still at their own end though. Te Oranga Hohepa just getting in front of Adam Banks. Jury Hirawini there checking his run. Hickson finds Iverson. That's Kiharoa Iverson. That's a lovely ball to his brother Taimana. Taimana's going to try and work past Kalan Mason, but no go there. Hohepa back to Mason. Rarua Mata teammates. Linking up there with Hoi Timitai Ngātai. TJ Hurunui with the poke tackle, but it'll still be ball to Waiariki. Gregan Maui at the back for Waiariki. He's got Church. And Clark's going to have some pressure from Hale Pritchard. 50-50 there, won by Taimana Iverson. Great defensive work there by Clark. Mitai Ngātai trying to line up Tamaho Palmer. He's going to roll out into the corner there. Waiariki will retain possession. Deflection coming off the stick of Tamaki.
Oh, full of action at the moment, Brad. The game is all over the place. And not because of any ill play, but just the sheer pace of what's happening at the moment. Defence into attack and vice versa.
That's it. It's really pleasing to see that. Both teams probably understand that the legs aren't going to work for the whole game, so letting the ball move as much as possible. Seeing good ball over distance. The ball speed's impressive from both sides. When Iverson comes forward with it here. That's a pretty rough challenge there by Tamaho Palmer. He'll spend 2 minutes on the bench.
And quite often I can hear Mark Haka yelling out, let it go, let it go. So, you know, we're letting the ball do the work instead of trying to dribble it too often.
Yeah, that's it. It's the moment this gets into a running game, nobody becomes the winners there. Just got to let the ball go. Oh, Tutirangi Rauru in a mountain of space in the middle of the field, but Hickson gets up and finds him. Jordy Thomas wears off the first challenge.
A bit too casual that time, I think, Tutirangi. He was surrounded by 3 Tamaki guys as well, and he consequently just lost the ball.
Yeah, I think he didn't quite get the call from his teammates that there were so many up there putting a challenge on.
See him petting his left hamstring. May have an issue coming up there.
Hopefully not. We want to see all of these soldiers out on the field for as long as we can, for both teams. Kahu, take a look at the Waiariki bench. The boys out and vocal. They want to get in there. Here comes Denham Clark, chased by TJ Huranui.
Well, so is such is the intensity of the game. You know, now we see both benches out there. Supporting their colleagues. They can't wait to get out there and substitute, I suppose.
It's fortunate there for Waiariki Kōwhai that the Tamaki attack wasn't better structured, because both Denham Clark and Granger Church piled up the middle of the field trying to get themselves back into the picture. Cover defence worked for Waiariki Kōwhai. Christian Waka. He's got Matariki Bennett. Then looking across the field. Opts to go back, and it's Church. Has Clark. Overlapped Gregan Maui. Don't like the look of it. Back again. Ranger Church. Back to Bennett. Kalam Mason's taking that one down. And off goes Mitch Murray. Mitch Murray has TJ Huranui. Gets past Denham Clark. Very nearly past Granger Church. It has fallen there to Tamaki. It's Mitch Murray cleaning up. Getting to the final 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. It's Tamaki ahead.
Great defence.
1-0 through the penalty stroke to Mitch Murray.
And Brad, you know, like both teams are missing a number of players. Experienced and good players as well, but you know, these younger guys have just stepped up, and this game is great at the moment. It's a great spectacle of Māori hockey on display.
Jordy Thomas likes his reverse. Good save there. Yeah, look, it's a testament to both Waiariki and Tamaki being able to field B teams over the last number of years, and their ability to just keep bringing young talent up. And despite a number of players from either side, as Tutirangi Rahuruhi comes forward. Such as the development in youth in both programs that allows them to stay so strong. Ranita Harris under a bit of pressure here from Gregan Maui. In comes Te Huatahi Edmonds. finds Liam Williams on the exit. Vance Harvey trying to put a bit of defensive work in for Waiariki Kōwhai.
Well, two great stalwarts of Tamaki Hopoi Māori over the years, both Bevan Huddy and David Kusu. I wouldn't mind betting they're watching this game at the moment. And then we have Tūwharetoa, Hiraka Chase and Connor Hiruini that couldn't make it. That's just
not to
open the door for these younger ones to come through.
Yeah, and not to mention Leo and Owen.
Oh, and
Wells,
that too,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah, the list goes on, eh?
What's a Māori tournament without the volume that is Owen?
That's right, yep.
But I'm sure they're here in spirit and probably along watching as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Waiariki just trying to force one in the last moments here. They've got 15 seconds. It's a few less than that. Bevan Taylor's going to have to go quick. Denham straight in. Well blocked by Hiruini Iverson.
Well, Brad, what an enthralling first half.
Yeah, that is the end of the first half. And as we see there, it's the undie run. A tradition here for the Waiariki boys on their debut tournament. And there's a few of them this year. The deal is they run around the back post, they do their press-ups, their star jumps, and they head back down again. Unfortunately, they don't know, but their clothes have been locked away in a van, and that van's going far from here. Young boys from Te Whanua Waiariki. A storied tradition here at National Māori Hockey Tournament. The only thing missing, Uncle, is maybe chucking the water cannons on.
Actually, Brad, don't remember that being written into our constitution.
Fortunately not. Fortunately not. And that may be the one reason I never decide to play for Waiariki. And it is half time here. It's the Tāne final, the big one. Tāmaki ahead 1-0 over Waiariki Kōwhai. As we can see the Tāmaki team group there. Two things for sure. Sam Hewitt eating lollies and Mark Kake giving good instruction to his team. No two things are truer. As we look at some of the highlights here from the first half. Both teams with opportunities. It's been played at fast pace. But as the scoreboard suggests, Tāmaki the one's able to take the advantage of their opportunities. This one very nearly Jerry Hiruini would have been something special. That's a classic finals goal. Kake very nearly doubled the lead there for Tāmaki, but not for the work in goal of Manawa Pohatu and Garvey Borrell. It's this penalty corner here. Jordan Thomas hits the shoulder of Denham Clark. Penalty stroke, which Murray converts.
Young as he is, Manawa moved to the right side, but just the pace of the ball beat him. He read it quite well.
Yeah, and that was the goal that separates the two sides here. No change to the first quarter score. As the teams get through their final preparations before coming back out, take a moment to mention our fantastic sponsors. Of course, it's brought to you by Local Gecko Productions. Streaming, broadcasting, and we couldn't do it without the sponsorship and support of One Foundation. One Foundation do a lot of work in supporting our team and getting around the Mutu and bringing these events straight to your living room. And we're proud to bring you this tournament again this year. Our tournament hosts, of course, the Waihonamu Hupoi Māori and their organising committee, New Zealand Māori Hockey and the Kaunihira Nelson Hockey Association, our venue here in Haka, Nelson. It's fantastic to be here for the first time New Zealand Māori Hockey Tournament. And of course the tournament preferred suppliers and sponsors: Ambro Built, SMR Signs, Intel Intelligent Solutions, Fuse Merchandise, Rangiora Kaiapoi Eye Care, Sporting Edge, Onyx Sportswear, Planet Hockey, OPSM Rangiora, Go Hockey, Kiwi Kai and Just Hockey. It's been a fantastic tournament here, Labour weekend in Te Waikonamu. And as mentioned earlier, we will be heading to Aotea in 2023, and we look forward to that one very much so. the Māori will be handed from Te Wai across to Aotea after the completion of this Tāne final. Uncle, we've still got 30 fast and furious minutes, 2 quarters of hockey here between Waiariki and Tamaki. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, a duplicate of the first half would be inspirational. I think the next team to score will probably dictate the final outcome. But however, ngā mihi nui ki te rohe o te wai paunamu, a tae noa tēnei whenua o whakatū. I tautoko mai te kaupapa o te haupoi Māori o Aotearoa. A tēnei te mihi, a tēnei te pika koutou katoa. Can't wait for the game to get started again, Brad.
That's it, and it will be Waiariki with first use of the ball. It's Te Oranga Hohepa out there, up the front. As Magavi Borrell gets his place in goal for Waiariki. Here we go, Vance Harvey on the ball for Waiariki. He's got Rangi Tauira and Jacob Alkake up with a sniff early. Bevan Taylor, it's early turnover. Jordan Thomas earns the free hit.
And at this level, you know, just a misdirected pass or something that will give the impetus to the opposing team can hurt you. So I think Waiariki needs to sort of tighten up a little bit.
Yeah, both teams are
already on the defence.
Both teams are going to need to be clinical to win this match.
And there we go. And it's happened. It's happened with both teams, Waiariki and now Tamaki.
As you mentioned, Kahu, next goal is massive. You know, one to Tamaki, doubles the lead and perhaps cushions there, comforts their cushion a little bit. But Waiariki, they're the next ones in. We're all on, and it becomes an absolute fight here.
That's right. That's right.
There's Vance Harvey in the middle of the field. Just wears off a couple of challenges there by Jacob Alkake. Harvey will win the free hit, and Denham Clark will step onto the ball for Waiariki. Clark and Rangi Tauira. Ranger Church is getting an extended break after half time. Vance Harvey's got Denham Clark. Clark there, he has a bit of time, space in front of him. There is the ball in. It's well defended there by Tamaki. Tamaki will come away with it.
No, I agree, Brad. If Tamaki were to extend their lead, it may be difficult for Waiariki. Then again, if Waiariki were to equalise, game on, right to the end.
Yeah, and these are both teams that, when there's wind in their sails, can really turn things on. If you're on the opposite end of that, it's not a good place to be.
Oh, typical of Māori hockey as well, Brad. You know, we're adrenaline players. When the chips are good, we're in there.
Mitch Murray trying to force the turnover. He's got it. Jacob Alkake, Mitch Murray. And Mitchell Murray doubles the lead. His 2 goals are the 2 on the scoreboard. It's pretty work in front of the Waiariki cage. Jacob Alkake, Mitch Murray working in tandem together. Wowee, that's a quick start for Tamaki as we see the replay. Jacob Alkake, that's fantastic work there and composure by Mitch Murray to work around Manawa Pohatu Magavi Borrell and goal for Waiariki. And Kahu, as you said, the mountain gets ever taller for Waiariki now.
Yeah, it does. It does, Brad, but you know, there's still plenty of time for Waiariki to bounce back. I think it's the team that controls the ball the better will capitalise, and that's what Waiariki need to do. Less turnovers, a bit more structure, set themselves up. Well, hey, what can you say about Tamaki? They take the opportunities when they're presented, and that's why they're 2-0 up at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. They've got a couple of fingertips there on the taonga. Certainly no grip on it yet. There's still a lot of hockey to be played.
you know, they've got a uniqueness of being able to draw the defence away and have somebody coming, running different lines to take the cross, and that's what happened.
Just had a message come through here from Tūwharetoa Hapi. He's back at home watching the game on the live stream. Good to hear from you, my brother. Obviously, we're missing you down here in Nelson. I'm sure you're cheering on your whānau out here in the final. They've got a big task ahead of them. But as you know so well, this is a team that can score at pace and can put goals on. Once given the opportunity, they've got to take it.
And not only that, Brad, just hoping Tūwharetoa did well in his endeavours with, I believe it was CrossFit.
Yep.
And
And that one has some snow on it. That's what the wind's doing at the moment. There's a lot of it up there. Here come Tamaki again. Wairiki Kōwhai will be player down for the next 2 minutes there. Jerry Header, when he does well there, coming out of his defensive end. That free hit there by Vance Harvey, just for sticking the foot out to stop the ball going through. Perhaps a trick taught to him by Tūwharetoa Hapi. We've seen him use that many a time. Without the same repercussions though. Tū has a knack of getting away with it. There they go again, Wairiki Kōwhai, they're a player down, but certainly looking to attack still.
Hi to Taylor and Tristan Waka trying to set something up down that left-hand flank, setting the ball across, nobody in the middle.
And awesome to see young Tristan Waka out here, obviously the son of Ngātana Waka, a long-time servant of Māori Hoki and Wairiki, Haupoi Māori, as he's got some sons coming through now for Wairiki. Timothy played in the Tahurangi side with Ngātana.
That's right, yep.
It's good defensive work there by Denham Clark, just gets his feet out of the way of that one. And Tamaki will come again through Mitchell Murray. He's been one of the best all tournament, Mitch Murray. Here comes Hirawini Iverson, just turning on Huatahi Edmonds. Banks has Borrell. Borrell plays it straight in, but there's no one there for Tamaki. Sam Borrell there for Tamaki. And this one's picked by Liam Williams. Just overruns that one. Regan Maui on the ball for Wairiki. He's got the overhead going. Huatahi Edmonds brings it down. He's got Matariki Bennett in the middle of the field. Back to Huatahi Edmonds. It's going to fall there for Harvey.
There we go.
Vance Harvey! What a build-up. He's just come back onto the field after the 2-minute green card. Vance Harvey with a bit of money magic. That's Tāne, born and bred. So we see Greg and Maui with the fantastic overhead into the wind. A tough one here. Gets called off it. Huatahi Edmonds. A lot of credit has to go to Huatahi, who dives forward and touches this one through. And it was Vance Harvey with the reverse stick finish that beats Harley Kopa, and I believe, Kahu, the first goal that Tamaki have conceded all tournament.
Oh, is that right? Well, hey, what better time, I suppose. Unfortunate for Hardy, he won't be happy. But no, great lead up to it from Huatahi. Matariki Bennett in there as well, and to get finished off by Vance Harvey was awesome.
Yeah, it's a fantastic finish there, and it breathes some life back into this game.
It does, it does.
2-1, Mitch Murray. And and it's stepped up again. Talk about the ebbs and flows, the waves of momentum. Waiariki now trying to ride their wave. Mātariki Bennett doing well there.
The one thing I like, Brad, is how the young guys from both teams, Bennett included, just sort of stepped up at this pressure cooker type of environment.
Yeah, it is great to see. It is excellent hockey out here so far. Jordan Thomas, he doesn't get a hold of that one. And forward comes Mātariki Bennett by Mitch Murray.
And it's just things like that, a loose pass here and there just makes all that more difference. If they can stick to their set pieces and do them well, keep control of the ball, less turnovers from both sides.
As we close in near the final 5 minutes of this third quarter, it was a goal either way so far. TJ Huranui jumps onto that one, cleaned up by Gregan Maui. Denham Clark back to Maui. Maui's got Mason, Kalan Mason, an exciting young player. Here they go again. Tutirangi Rahuruhi with the free hit, he's going to go quickly. He's got the entry. And no dice there from David Oakley. Waiariki trying to push and push here. They'll want the equaliser before we even get to this fourth quarter. And as spectators, Uncle, I'd love to see it go into the fourth quarter. Scores locked up at 2-2.
Well, wouldn't it be a cliffhanger if it did, Brad? And with Waiariki pressurising the way they have for the last 2 or 3 minutes, it could happen.
Yeah, here's Tristan Waka. Do enough to win the free hit there. He'll transfer the ball. Granger Church. Church with his eyes up. Mitch Murray there, cool on the edge of the circle. Just flips it over. TJ Huranui. Denham Clark picks that one up well.
He's been solid at the back for Waiariki all day, most of the tournament. He's probably one of the major reasons why Waiariki in the position they are.
Yep.
Solid at the back.
Yep, fortunately he is playing at the back for Waiariki this year, because tell you what, and I can say this because I've coached and played with him enough, he's no good up the front. Big call here. Huge call here. The card, Hale Pritchard, he's going to go and spend some time on the bench. No, I mean that with...
well, he's been ably supported too by Granger Church and Tenga.
Yeah.
That's in the absence of Tufore Toa. Look at that ball, went right across the front.
Yeah, and here they go. Hoiti Mitainato with the entry. Penalty corner, Waiariki.
There we go.
David Oakley's going to come and have a quick chat to Max Beach. He doesn't want to hear from the players.
The enthusiasm from Waiariki at the moment. Tamaki is sort of taking a step back. Their defence is a bit rattled at the moment. But no great enthusiasm from Waiariki.
Now will be free hit out there.
Yep.
Ball into the circle. I think just a little too high, a little dangerous there.
A sigh of relief, I would suggest, from Tamaki.
Yeah, absolutely. As we mentioned, both these teams, once they get a roll on, it's hard to stop, and that was the role of Waiariki. And here come Tamaki, perhaps a chance for them to put something in before the end of the quarter. Wangi Tauira there. Very smart. And it's another card there. Tamaki maybe 2 players down currently. But the ball not clean for Waiariki. Timon Iverson will go quickly.
It's been a while since Denham Clark's been down this year, Brad. Look at the colour of his shirt.
Yeah.
It's just saturated at the moment.
That's how you tell he's been working hard. Doesn't take much. 2 or 3 up and down the stairs, and it usually happens. Oh, just overstepped there by Clark, but Kalan Mason will get to it first. Tamaki down 2 players at the moment. Hale Pritchard and Rose there on the bench. A free hit out. They thought they had one there. Waiariki. Harley Cooper comes out to shut it down.
You know, if Waiariki, if Tāne can get through this period without these players on the sideline, you know, just great credit to their defence at the moment, because no doubt Waiariki are pouring it on.
Yeah. Just under a minute to play here. Hickson trying to link up with Thomas. That one's not going to come off.
Our ball, let's go.
The long corner here for Tāmaki. 35 seconds just to wear out this quarter. Mitch Murray will try and get it to the other side of the field. Quinton Smith eyeing up the circle. Denham Clark too easy. He's got Mark Balkake coming. And that will count down the remainder of the quarter. In fact, it's penalty corner. Did not see that call live, but it's penalty corner here for Tāmaki Makoto. Perhaps hard done by, as we saw the footage there. This looked like a bit of a contest for the ball and sticks tangled up.
Shut up, Ronnie.
Tāmaki Makoto. Adam Banks is going to come down to pull the ball out. Geordie Thomas set on the first bracket, and Mitch Murray, the goal scorer, on the second. Goes to Thomas. Lay off. And it's another penalty stroke.
There's a stroke. I noticed Jordan Thomas had a lot to do with that, the decision making for their last PC with Brad.
Yeah, the left layoff there. It's they've well worked their penalty corners here, Tāmaki. And Mitch Murray will step up, hoping for his third in the final. Here we go.
Just wait.
Executed there by Mitch Murray and ends the third quarter.
Same direction. Manawa, he saw it early. Went the right way. It's just the pace of the ball beat him.
Yeah, that's heartbreak there for Waiariki. They've done everything in their power to fight back into that quarter, and it's a late penalty corner call, converted into a stroke, and the stroke put away by Mitch Murray.
Yeah, couldn't have come out a worse time really for Waiariki, Brad. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty big moment to climb in this last quarter.
Yeah, it was, as we see some of those replays now, it was Mitch Murray who doubled the lead early in that quarter. Some fantastic bit of skill in front of goal here for his second goal. He's actually got all three for Tāmaki. Mitch Murray, he's on a real roll at the moment. Perhaps looking to get his name on one of those taonga later in the afternoon. Mitch Murray. This is Vance Harvey's goal. Got her on the outside of Harley Cooper. Fantastic finish there by Harvey. Waiariki really batted away, but couldn't get anything more for their efforts there. Just couldn't capitalise on their possession and territory in the middle part of that quarter. And I thought, Uncle, when Tāmaki were down two players, their composure on the ball was impressive.
Oh, I was just going to say, Brett, you know, they'll be delighted being down in numbers and being able to secure a goal. Yeah, just sort of to bridge a bit further a gap between the two. This last quarter is going to be interesting, especially if Waiariki can pull back a goal. It'll build their hopes and yeah, no, it'll be intriguing last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and this is the stroke here that did extend the lead further. 3-1, Mitch Murray, well executed. Tāmaki still down one player for the opening exchanges of this quarter. So Waiariki could have an opportunity to go quickly here. Rangi Tauira working in with his nephew there, Tuatahi Edmonds. One of many talents in that hockey whānau.
Yes, very much so.
here is Tamaki, Raniera Harris, James Hickson trying to work the ball out of their end. Waiariki putting some pressure on. They're back to full numbers now at Tamaki. Here we go. It's Hayata Taylor there. We'll just roll back out to Tinga Rangitoira. Here comes Rangitoira. He's got skill. We all know about that. Free hit outside the circle for Rangitoira. Asking for a little bit more than that. Saying that they were awarded against them something similar. The penalty corner, but alas, they'll continue here. Waiariki full fight. This is similar scenes to what we had in Hamilton a couple of years ago. Waiariki trailing in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know, special accolades, Brad, to Tenga. You know, as you know, he's been a stalwart of Māori hockey ever since he was a young boy. And that's continued on over the years for Waiariki and New Zealand Māori hockey. And, you know, reflective on the successes that Ruamata have had. Because he's been an intricate part of that, right at the top. And to take Māoridom to, as a kura, to the Rankin Cup next year, it's going to be a special mention. Considering the kura only has about 150 odd students, as opposed to the $1 million kura, secondary schools that are around the country that can't make it. So, no, special accolades to Tenga, his whānau, and particularly his mum, Kathy, who couldn't make it this weekend. I believe she's babysitting.
Yeah, and I know the sacrifice opportunities that Tenga has given up, you know, for himself to continue building Ruamata and their hockey program. It's paying off for him now. Must also make mention the very first game at Māori Hockey Tournament in Whanganui was against Waiariki and was against Tenga. And at that point, all he was known to me was Tenga Te Atua. He'll never believe that actually happened or that anyone ever called him that. But you know, in this world that is Haupoi Māori, his skills were very much Atua-like, especially in you know, a few years gone past. So he's still out here, still weaving his magic, both on and off the field for Waiariki. It's Takitimu come out here, Tamaki come out here through Adam Banks. Denham Clark pulls the ball down. Turn it over again there, Waiariki. It's Tamaki with the ball. Kiharoa Iverson. Vance Harvey, the goal scorer, comes back to pick it up for Waiariki. He's done a lot of work here. Kalan Mason. It's not often that we ever see a situation where Kalan Mason doesn't automatically have the best mullet, but TJ Hurunui's got a pretty good looking one for Tamaki. Well taken there by Rangitoira. Open up Clark. He's got Mason with him. Opts for Maui instead. Maui and Mason can work together. Tackle by Taiman Iverson, but Maui gets it back. And go again. Second one by Taiman Iverson. And he's away. His brother Kiharoa Iverson dumps it back. His brothers here working together. Kiharoa and Taimana.
Oh, there we go. That's probably sealed it, Brad.
Yeah, and that one's untidy at the back.
Yeah, it was.
Tim Hohepa unable to clear that one. Just bounced up off the stick there of his teammate in defence. As we see the replay here. It's the ball in by Kiharoa Iverson. Just jumps up on Greg and Maui. And it's Raniera Harris. There puts Waiariki ahead 4-1. Tamaki ahead 4-1 in this men's final Tāne gold medal match. Mitch Murray wants some more.
Mitch
Murray turning them. Mitch Murray linking up with Jacob Balkake. And Jacob Balkake, not what he would have wanted. I think the only thing Mitch Murray's disappointed in is that somebody else got their name on the score sheet.
Yeah, no, the disappointment's written all over the Waiariki boys' faces, but they know that they've got to go to the end.
Yeah, they'll keep fighting here. 9 more minutes for them. And if the Maunga wasn't already big enough, that one's going to jump up on Denham Clark.
Yes.
Jake Belkake come forward with the ball for Tamaki. Looking for his brother. Jacob Belkake there. Just trying to do a little bit too much there instead of take the easy pass. Denham Clark going long to Te Oranga Hohepa.
Not able to control it.
Yeah. Yeah, that goal there is just taking a little bit of sting out of this game. Here, I think Tamaki are going to have to do a lot of things if they're to forego this lead. I think it's probably a bridge too far now for Waiariki. They'll keep fighting. They'll want to put another one on the scoreboard.
Yes, that's right. 7.5 minutes to go. While it's not out of reach, it probably once the clock starts counting down, it'll get harder and harder.
That's it. And unlike international hockey, where the clock stops every time, it is just running clock here. So that time will disappear quickly. Especially when you're behind on the scoreboard, there's nothing worse than seeing those seconds count down.
Yes, and particularly the pace of the game too. And, you know, when you're 3 goals down and only about 5 minutes to go, it's not easy to try and pick yourself up to try and make a difference to that score.
Try and stay up and press here, Waiariki. Quinton Smith will bring the ball up for Tamaki. He'll happily just roll the ball back to Adam Banks. Banks with a little overhead. Trying to pick out James Hickson, but it's Hyatt Taylor that comes down with the ball. Still working there is Tamaho Palmer. Take it again here through James Hickson. He'll put some snow on that one. Regan Maui brings it down well. Maui playing for Te Oranga Hohepa. Maui again. Throws it under Quinton Smith, but no foul there. Banks cleans it up well. Jacob Belkake. Nothing.
Waiariki may rue the 2 strokes that happened, Brad. Put it down to fairly easy opportunities for Tamaki to extend their lead.
Yeah, and it was through good penalty corner execution that earned the strokes. And they're going to come away with it here. I'll tell you what, if there's Te Uri o Te Rā for Tamaki there, it'll be Jacob Belkake just hit his own teammate's stick off the side of the field because he thought it was a Waiariki stick. And Tymon Iverson had to run across and get it. I'm sure as they think about this game a little bit later, that moment's going to come up there. Friendly fire. Tymon Iverson having a little bit of extra work to get his stick back after being tangled up there with Evan Taylor.
Probably the other thing Waiariki will rue is not being able to capitalise on the fact that Tamaki had a shortage of players at one stage, and they weren't able to capitalise on it.
Yeah, that's it. They didn't take their opportunities. They've had a couple of penalty corners and not able to get a good flick away either time. It's such a deadly weapon for them, but also, like you said, when they were up 2 players, should have taken, or would have liked to have taken a better advantage of that.
But that's just the nature of the game, eh? You know, taking opportunities when they arise.
And that's finals hockey. And I must make mention, I don't think we're going to get to see him, but kitted up as the second goalkeeper for Tāmaki Makaurau today is Sammy Hewitt. He looked absolutely shocking in goal in the warm-ups, but it does allow them to have an extra player on the field, and late in the tournament it's certainly a benefit to have. Sammy Hewitt won't mind me saying, because he's probably going to work himself to a gold medal here just by getting through the warm-up. Congratulations, brother. Here come Tāmaki through Taimana Iverson. Give a little shimmy yeah to Taimana Iverson. And Mitch Murray, he's probably been the star of the game so far. He just ditches that one out into the corner. That'll roll down. Tim Horhep is going to have to go out and get it.
You know, we used to see Carlos Spencer do those sort of things in rugby. Now we're watching Tengarangi Tauira do it in hockey. We've seen it for a number of years.
Here is Rangi Tauira. He's got Hurunui running at him. It's higher to Taylor. He's a tough customer. Liam Williams does really well, and that's pretty ordinary there from Taylor.
The enthusiasm and the spirit is still there, Brad.
Yeah, it is, and
although it has cost Waiariki a player.
Yeah, he'll play no further part in this one as we close in the last 2 minutes. I will say, Hayata Taylor's not an easy person to wear that physical challenge from. Liam Williams has done fantastic for Tāmaki just to wear off that physical play there. Just beats everybody over the baseline there. The overhead ball from Quinton Smith. Just a minute and a half to play here. The engravers can probably get their tools out now. Uncle, the names are on the certificates. It's been a tough final and a fast-paced final with no lack of quality, but Tāmaki the better on the day. And as Tengarangi Tauira breaks out, he'll try and have one more crack for his team. Here he goes, Rangi Tauira. Still going.
I don't think we would have.
Still going.
Oh, he gets the shot into.
Oh, me oh my! If there's
right to the end.
Yep, if there's an award for the biggest effort play, that's it there.
And he walks straight to David Oakley as if to say, "Come on, mate.
Yep, just give me something. Give me something."
But yeah, no, the game has lived up to every expectation that we would have thought of. It's just one team is taking more options than the others to secure the win.
And if I can guarantee one thing, Connor Hedawini, Te Hiraka Chase, Tufari Hapi, Leo Matai Wells, they're going to be sitting watching this, stewing, just waiting, counting down the seconds till Aotea. Tāmaki will take the taonga home with them, and they will bring it back next year as the reigning champions as the clock counts down here. But believe you me, and not only Waiariki, there'll be a few other teams around here looking forward to challenging them again next year. But that is our game, and it is the Tāne final. Convincing winners in the end. Tāmaki Makaurau will retain their title as the best in the land. 4-1 winners over Waiariki Kōwhai. Kahu, what a fantastic game. We're going to wrap this one up pretty quickly because we're going to bring the live stream very shortly of the prize giving, final awards, presentations, and we'll get a word on it all then. But thank you for joining us in commentary. It's been a fantastic tournament, fantastic game. Thank you very much.
Ngā mihi aroha kia koutou.
All right, we'll be back very shortly with the presentations of team trophies, team awards, presentations for the national teams, coming to you live with Local Gear Productions very shortly. Thank you.